Good evening and welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Ever since the issue first came to light, I have personally, at every opportunity on this channel, supported the protesting wrestlers. I supported them when they first came out. I supported them when they sat at Jantar Mantar. I supported them when their protests escalated. I supported them when they met the sports minister. At every stage, I have supported them and supported their right and their fight for justice. For justice is an undeniable right. Ladies and gentlemen, I have also criticized Brij Bhushan Sharan Singh of the Wrestling Federation of India. I have said that he needs to take moral responsibility and not make it a legal argument alone. I've also urged the government to show sensitivity and empathy towards the protesting wrestlers, but this cannot become about politics. That will be crossing the line. And if we look at this very, very closely, and if we see the recent events and statements, the indications, the meetings, the stakeholders who have got into the whole matter, then it becomes apparent to all of us, and we can't deny it, that every day there is a political attempt to scavenge on what is possibly a genuine issue. If this is going to become about how do we corner the government, how do we use this politically, and if this is going to be an open attempt to politicize the wrestlers' protest, if the wrestlers' protest has been appropriated and almost taken over, then we have to be mindful of the fact that we want justice, but we cannot allow this to become a terrible wrestling match, a political wrestling match. This has become, and that's why the hashtag for tonight is political wrestling. This is what this has become all about. Rakesh Tikait says, आपको समझना चाहिए कि केंद्र सरकार क्या कर रही है. उन्होंने बिहार में लालू यादव के परिवार को तोड़ दिया. What does the wrestlers' protest have to do with Lalu Prasad Yadav? What does the wrestlers' protest have to do with Lalu Prasad Yadav? And why are these three protesting wrestlers quiet about this? Why are they allowing it? Can't they speak up and say we don't want it to become political? But they're not saying it. They're willingly participating and allowing it to happen on a daily basis. We have the president of one particular cup saying a Maha Cup will be organized in Delhi and we will then gherao the Prime Minister's house. Naresh Tikait has become the mediator in this. Naresh Tikait has become the sole representative and spokesperson of the wrestlers. We thought this was about the wrestlers, but is it really about the wrestlers anymore? I don't think so. The wrestlers have only become a prop. It's totally political. Now they're saying we're going to expand this in all the states that are critical politically. Why? Why does this have to be expanded to all the states which are critical politically? Secondly, ladies and gentlemen, and this critical point we have to think about right now, is there an attempt to misuse the protest? If not, why is one particular Rajya Sabha member of parliament using a protest against sexual harassment to attack demonetization? If there is no attempt to infiltrate the wrestlers' protests, why is the Sanyukt Kisan Morcha and the lobby, certain members of the Lutyens media, trying to revive their failed agenda of a nationwide political strike against the government and say that this is an opportunity to pick up on where we left during the farm law agitations? This is very, very transparent what this is about, isn't it? It's becoming very apparent. Isn't it becoming apparent to you, ladies and gentlemen? If there is no attempt to misdivert a protest where wrestlers are demanding action against the WFI chief, why is the lobby trying to bring in the CAA protests? Trying to say, let us pick up where we left Shaheen Bagh? Have we forgotten what happened after Shaheen Bagh? Have we forgotten the riots that followed? Is this really about the wrestlers anymore? I don't think so. I don't think so. There is somebody else from the Congress who is equating it to the violent protests happening in Manipur. Why? What does Manipur have to do with this? My dear viewers of Republic, we have to respond to the emerging situation with our eyes wide open. We cannot allow this to become a standard operating procedure of the modus operandi of the cabal. Reality is, this has become about political wrestling. Now, ladies and gentlemen, that is debate number 1 tonight.